I'm in Turkey after 6 years. I'm here in 2022 and this is the new airport. Last airport I visited, well, I arrived at when I was in Turkey in 2016 was the Atatürk airport, and this is the new Istanbul airport. I'm really excited. I feel like I'm here with a new energy. Have my mask on. It is 12 a.m. in the morning and I have another flight to connect to. This is the third flight I'm on to Istanbul, to my destination in Cappadocia. Feels like I'm traveling for 3 days, which is crazy. I'm very excited to arrive, land in Cappadocia. So stay tuned and see you soon.
Cappadocia is a semi-arid region located in central Turkey, known for its unique rocky formations called fairy chimneys. These fairy chimneys were formed about 60 million years ago from volcanic eruptions. The word Cappadocia comes from the Persian language, which means the land of beautiful horses. Cappadocia has top-tier horses, hence its name. The hieroglyphs found inside the caves of Cappadocia tell a story about its past. There are tons of underground, interconnected cities built by ancient civilizations dating back to over 2000 BCE. These underground cities were built as refuge from natural disasters, war, and religious persecutions. Cappadocia has various human occupations. Starting from the Paleolithic era, it has been ruled by the Hittite tribe, Assyrians, Alexander the Great, the Romans, the Arabs, the Byzantines, and the Ottoman Empire. This ancient city played a major role during the Silk Road trade. Today, Cappadocia is visited by millions of tourists like me for its history, hot air balloon rides, and outdoor activities. Join me on this journey to explore Cappadocia in the 21st century. But first, let's talk about the Istanbul airport for a bit. 6 years ago, this airport did not exist. It was opened in 2018. What I found unique here is that the Istanbul airport has a mosque, a toilet, a breastfeeding area, and children's playground. The mosque has the women's section and the men's section. Inside the mosque, you can find an ablution and a clean room for prayer or meditation. There were a good number of resting areas.
5 a.m. in the morning and I feel super tired because in the US it's about 10:40 p.m. which is when I usually go to bed, and so I'm trying to get used to Turkish time, like so that I can be awake for the hot air balloon that I'm planning to do in Cappadocia. So trying to stay awake and get my body used to Turkish time so that I can keep going, because this trip is on like a back-to-back travel. So we'll see.
Now I wait for my flight to Kayseri. In Turkey, you're always guaranteed to find a Turkish flag and a mosque. And let the journey begin.
Yeah, but this is like a freak in nature type.
Once I landed, of course, I meet other American travelers. We grabbed a shuttle bus to our respective accommodations in the city. Our bus driver didn't speak English. Thank God there was a Turkish American with us who did most of the talking.
Yani odaya kadar geçtikler. Okay.
In Kayseri, I was having second thoughts about the caves and rock formations that I saw online. I mean, where were they? But as we got closer to Göreme, I was quickly humbled. My first accommodation stay was at an Airbnb cave lodge in Nevşehir, where to stay in Cappadocia.
In this Airbnb, there are like 9 people currently occupying the space, but it doesn't even feel like it because everywhere it's like so quiet and the walls are insulated in a way that you don't hear the next person. And at night it's super quiet, super chill. You hear the birds chirping, you hear the calls to prayer, the adhan, probably from that mosque over there. It's so peaceful here, so peaceful. This is the courtyard, very chill.
This is me after 3 flights and 3 days of non-stop traveling.
Right now, I am in an Airbnb in a cave, which has been my longest bucket list goal to accomplish. And here I am. This is my room. You can see the walls here, basically made out of stones because it's a cave, basically. I've basically marveled about living in a cave like the Flintstones for over 4 years, and right now I'm here. It feels surreal to say the least. I feel very excited, and I'm gonna show you the room in a bit. And I love high wall to ceiling windows, but it's not totally wall to ceiling, but I love larger windows in general. This room offers that. Just look at the ceiling. It's basically wooded. And as I showed you before, the walls are made of stones. Before I had to blast here to create these spaces. And then we have the area there. There's a like box trunk. And then this is the bathroom. Which is cool. Also has the wooded ceiling as well. This room that I'm staying, I paid around like I think $27 per night for this. You can, I think some of these cave rooms can go as low as $20 per night and above. Obviously the most is like you get more luxury.
There was something so magical about sleeping in a cave room that it inspired me to want to write. I wrote my heart out in my journal at different corners of the room. Later during my trip, I stayed at an Airbnb in Goreme, another town a few minutes away from Nevşehir. Goreme has tons of beautiful cave hotels where you can watch the hot air balloons ride at dawn from the hotel terrace. Although Goreme is filled with tourists and locals, I found it to be an extremely quiet town.
This is a switch to turn it on. Pretty neat. Comes from there, reflects back to the wall. Very neat. And this is the toilet, the sink. Open this door. Hopefully I'm not locked in. And this is a bedroom. Well, don't close that hard. That's how the bedroom looks like. Definitely living in that prehistoric Cappadocian time. That's the ceiling. This time the ceiling is not wooden. It's actually made of cave carvings, stones, rocks. This is definitely cement. And this is a rock. You can feel it. It's really hard. Yeah. This is an actual cave. Something I find very interesting, not funny, but whenever I go to hotel rooms or Airbnb, well, not Airbnb, mostly hotel rooms in the United States, and I open the drawers, I usually see a Bible. But here in Turkey, you see a prayer mat. Stark difference. Good night and good morning. I am awake in Cappadocia. I think this place is called Nevşehir, and I'm just stunned to speak, to be honest, because this place is gorgeous. I cannot believe, and I repeat it so many times, that I'm living in a cave, and this is my view waking up every morning. Right now we're gonna have breakfast.
Breakfast mostly included varied assorted cheese and olives, eggs, homemade marmalade, and jam, bread, a Turkish staple, and of course, Turkish tea. This was my breakfast routine for 2 days in Nevşehir. What to do in Cappadocia? Take a cooking class. While in Cappadocia, I learned how to make traditional Turkish food from a local who harvests and makes most of the ingredients that she cooks. We were making rice stuffed grape leaves, manti, and homemade yogurt, all from scratch. I have never stuffed anything with grape leaves before, and I learned something new that day. I also learned how to stuff the dough for manti with beef. While the other cooking guests and I were working hard, we heard the adhan, the call to prayer.
It's yours?
Yeah, she said she wants to cook it.
Okay, you eat that.
Wow, this is a view.
Our chefs joined us for dinner, and we enjoyed the fruits of our labor, which made the food 10 times tastier.
You're gonna join us? Oh, this looks.
This is all from our efforts.
This is incredible. We made this, guys.
I know.
How well done.
Great job, team.
My mouth is watering.
I am so excited. Good morning. So today is a crazy day, crazy good and crazy not so good. I am going on my hot air balloon ride, which has been an anticipated trip of a lifetime for me. To be exact, 4 years. And I wasn't even sure I was going to go today. The tour guide or tour group I booked, they weren't communicating with me, and I had to like throw a hissy fit just to be clear. And finally they said they're gonna pick me up at between 3:50 to 4:10, and then the dress that I scheduled to wear decided not to zip up. So this is what I'm wearing today. I know it's I've worn it for almost all my trips this year, so I would just call it my summer dress for all the special events. But I'm going with the flow. I'm not gonna get upset about this. But this is what I'm wearing. I'm excited. All right, see you soon.
This was my anticipated moment in Cappadocia. I was about to check off my bucket list. I was flying on a hot air balloon. The hot air balloon ride is a must in Cappadocia. From above, you get to admire the nature of this land and see its true rocky formations. Yep, that's me, grinning from ear to ear. We rode at dawn and saw the sunrise. I think I was in tears. Dear future husband, Cappadocia is definitely the place that I would like to get proposed to. Take notes. Non-alcoholic bottles were popped upon landing, and I got my second hot air balloon certificate.
Most people come to Cappadocia for the hot air balloon, but Cappadocia is definitely more than that. Its history, you know, these caves are actually being currently inhabited by, and people use them during times of war to hide from their attackers. And our host told us that some of these caves are so massive that a semi-truck can do a whole 360 inside them and still there will be enough space. So it's definitely worth exploring if you are in Cappadocia. Just learn the history about the cave and also the city of Cappadocia. Okay, on today's adventure I am completely lost. So my Airbnb host told me to go on a bus to Göreme, and I was trying to get to the Grand Bazaar. I got on the bus, which was like so complicated because only locals go here, and when I arrived they tell me that the Grand Bazaar is not even open. So I'm just here. This is super unplanned, so I'm just gonna be spontaneous and walk around because this place is really interesting, as you can see. And let's go on this spontaneous adventure.
Alright, let's explore Göreme. Göreme is an ancient village still existing today. It used to be called Makan from Christian Armenians, Matiana from the Byzantines, then Avcılar, the city of hunters, a Turkish word, and now Göreme, the city where one cannot see, or an unseen city. Göreme has also served as a hiding refuge by ancient civilizations from their attackers, hence its name. Today, Göreme is filled with tourists. Here you'll see awesome cave homes, hotels, and structures. Once I arrived Göreme, I went straight to Gallery İkman, a carpet store popular on Instagram for taking awesome photo shoots. Just take a look at the aesthetics.
One, two, three, start.
That took pictures. Everyone is coughing around me. I hope I don't get anything, and I'm beginning to cough too. But the pictures came out okay. You have to pay for it, but it's really pretty inside.
Göreme isn't really big, so it's easy to walk around and find things or people. I felt pretty safe walking around Göreme during the day and at night.
Alright, so I just had dinner, which was basically dessert, as you already know me. And I am so determined to find the tamam. The one that someone recommended on TikTok had like lots of bad reviews. So one of the Turkish waiters recommended this hammam place, which is in a hotel. Oh my gosh, the hill is crazy here. Oh, but as you see, this is a cave and also a hotel. So I believe this is where I'm heading. My GPS is telling me to go this direction, so we'll see if this hike is worth it. Oh my gosh, let's go.
I went into the Cappadocia cave suites to find out about their hammam service and prices.
It's pricey, so it's basically like it's basically like they're charging euros, so obviously it's gonna be more expensive. The place I went to in Fatih in Istanbul was like $10, and it was mostly locals. Here I'm willing to kind of pay the price because the reviews I got from the local one wasn't really like that great, but hey, once in Rome or once in Turkey. So I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and make a reservation. All right, see you tomorrow. So the two places I've been to in Turkey, which is Istanbul and Cappadocia, it's been very rocky. I advise you to get hiking shoes here because the floors are quite slippery and rocky, so you need something with good friction. I learned my lesson the hard way the first time I visited Turkey, which was in Istanbul, and I saw myself slipping and falling a lot. So now I have some Tims that I bought a while for hiking, which have very good grip, so as I'm walking I don't feel clumsy. That's something I'll advise you should do when coming to areas like this in Turkey. So anyway,
on the way to the open air museum, you can find other activities common in Göreme like ATVs, valley hiking, horseback riding, and much more. It was so hot at the open air museum that people had to protect their heads.
You can either go with a tour guide or you can go by yourself. It takes around 30 to 45 minutes to go around with a tour guide. You pay extra, like 20 euros extra, in addition to what you already paid for the ticket.
There are so many caves at the open air museum. However, it's a monastery filled with churches containing an atrium. It was a hub of Christian activity. Converts to the then new religion had been drawn to the valley's natural defenses as they fled persecution. Inside the cave, you can see skeletal human remains that illustrates their hiding till death. Inside, you can also find frescoes that are used to depict various scenes from the life of Christ. I look chill here, but don't be fooled. I was burning from the heat, and I ran inside a cave every chance I could get.
The temperature here is drastically different. It feels so much cooler inside. So excited.
Where are you from?
America.
Oops!
Oh.
Ice cream!
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ice cream!
20 liras? How much?
50 liras.
50. Okay.
When in Turkey, it's a must to go to hammam. I succumbed and went to the one at the Cappadocia Cave Suites. This was inside the hammam's entrance. I couldn't take a video of the actual hammam area, but this is what a typical hammam looks like. You're given a foam bath, scrubbed, massaged, and moisturized. It's the best feeling ever and worth every lira. This hammam also had a sauna.
I just came out of the hammam. I feel so fresh. See my face, it's literally glowing. And I'm so happy that I changed my outfit. I tried to get a dress to match how I'm feeling. I feel so fresh, refreshed. They scrubbed the life out of me. So like a baby's bottom. I definitely recommend the hammam if you're in Turkey, Morocco, Marrakesh, or any of those places that's very popular to have hammams. You should definitely do it. Ugh, it was so worth it. All the hike, the sweat. They first got me to go to the sauna to sweat it all out, and then they scrubbed me, foamed me, bathed me. Ugh. I think I'm gonna try to do it in Istanbul if I can, and this time try to get a massage at the same time. So yeah, definitely get a hammam. 10 recommend.
The last thing I'll suggest that you do is to go shopping in Cappadocia. You can get really nice clothes or spices at half the price you'd normally pay in the US. What to eat in Cappadocia? I had a great time at the old Cappadocia cafe and restaurant. The waiters were really nice, the dessert was amazing, and the ambiance relaxing. Of course, you'll have a cat join you for dinner. Later, I went to Fat Boy's restaurant and had the testi kebab, an Anatolian specialty prepared in a clay pot.
Thank you. something very interesting happened that would never happen in the United States of America. So I wanted to get an apricot. I just wanted one, and the fruit seller was like, I only sell them in packets. And I was like, I don't need a packet, I just want one because I'm traveling to another city tomorrow. And then he basically said I can have that one apricot for free. That's what I'm talking about. People here are very generous, and for them, they're not obsessed about money or how much you can pay. They're just kind of like, whatever, just give out of the goodness of their heart. I think they have the mentality of like, just never know what good deeds you do, where it could lead. So it's really refreshing. Yeah.
Alright folks, that is a wrap on Cappadocia. I hope this video made you want to visit Cappadocia and have an adventure of your own. Check my comprehensive guide on what to do, see and eat in Turkey. Link is in the comment section. Next, I head up north to a city in the Black Sea. Can you guess what city that could be? Stay tuned to find out. Ciao! Hasta luego!